Get this for this. And I know this is not the same payment, but I'm based strictly on taxes at a 3% tax rate and a $600,000 house. You could buy in the county of Austin, ETJ County, which is like 1.8-ish. You can buy a $952,000 house for the same amount of taxes.
That's the whole point.
No, I know. I'm saying that's true, but like it's getting to the point where you're not going to find a $600,000 house in these areas. So I just think you can't be picky anymore. Like if you want if you want a newer house in a suburb from here on out, I'm just saying it's going to be a luxury for you if you happen to find one in a neighborhood that has a lower tax rate. I think you're just going to have to say, oh, I'm probably going to have to buy in a high tax rate if I want a house.
I think my concern still lies in the fact that I'm not looking at next year or the year after. I'm looking 5 years out. We don't really, well, that's a little too far, 3 years out. We don't know what's going to happen in the Austin market. Obviously, we have a lot of great stuff happening. There's a lot of businesses still moving here, people moving here. My concern is we get to a point that people get into some of these new builds, and then the tax rate's so high now, they got in where they could afford, and now they can't pay the taxes. So now they have to sell. Now we go back to 2018, 19, where it was softer when things were great. Going back to my original point, when things are great, it's a lot, things don't move as fast. When there's chaos, things sell a lot faster. So back to that point. But my worry is that we get back to a point where people go to put their homes on the market because they can't afford the taxes. And then all of a sudden they're fighting against the builder because the builder can undercut and offer a newer home that doesn't need to be, paint touch-ups. And that person is stuck going, okay, now I got to drop my price. Now I'm getting close to short sale scenario. And so that's my own concern. Now that doesn't apply to everybody, but it might apply to a few people. And I guess I'm blanket thinking of everybody in the same path. I'm thinking, that's going to be everybody. My issue is that for everything that they say mean about Texas, for the politics, we have the most progressive tax system in the nation with the way our taxes are done, right? Every single year, if you buy a multi-million-dollar house, you're paying a hell of a lot more taxes than somebody that's not. So anyway.
I was just agreeing with you on the taxes. I think that as long as you can net what you need to net to make it work, then you can't be picking on the area, because the thing is, a new build, in most cases, a new construction home outside of the Austin city limits is going to have some kind of MUD or some kind of higher tax rate that declines over time. So if you're going to be there for 15, 20 years, then eventually you reap the benefits of the lower tax rate.
Thanks for watching this short of the REALMigos podcast. For more live streams, hit here. For more clips, hit here. We'll catch you on the next one.